Hey everybody, how you doing? Chad with CK Knife and Tool. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I appreciate you stopping over. It must have been that catchy title again that got your attention, right? No, just kidding. Hey, today is a shout out to a former Marine and a real cool fella I have never personally met, but I have been chatting for quite a while. He sent me a product for you guys to take a look at, so let's get started on another episode of The Stuff. Okay everybody, today's video is a really cool product. As you guys know, I carry conceal, and I carry conceal in the waistband. And a little while back I made myself a holster, an in the waistband or an IWB holster out of leather. First time I ever did it, because that's how I like to carry. That's my traditional carry. Been doing it for well over 20 years now. I just like it. I'm so used to it, so I just continue on. Why change something that works, right? Well, I got to talking to Tyler actually, and he connected me with Max at Desert Tactical Customs. And Max, I reached out to him because Max makes custom Kydex holsters and some other products. And even though I could probably make one myself, I have not the time, nor some of the items needed to make a holster like that. So I reached out to Max, I told him this is what I was looking for, and he said, yeah, sure, I'll send you a holster, and he did. He sent me it. It's an in-the-waistband made out of Kydex. I picked out Coyote Brown just to kind of keep it simple. So today I'm going to kind of show you a little bit about what Max sent me, pros and cons, and what I'll be changing. And I've already reached out to Max, told him a little bit about this, and I just said, hey, you know, this is my 2 cents. I am going to put this video out, and I do appreciate the product because I think it's a really cool holster. It's simple, guys. It's really simple. It's not the really fancy ones. Again, you guys know I don't carry appendix, so that limits what I will be carrying, as well as I'm not really into a lot of the Gucci and Gaudy colors and such. Guys like that. They like the fancy patterns and all that stuff. I don't. It's going to be in my pants. What do I care? It just needs to, number one, hold my firearm properly, give me proper retention, and be comfortable. And what I have here is my Kydex holster. Now this is for my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0, and this is the 3.6 inch, not the 4 inch, it's the 3.6 inch. And the reason why I mention that is because of the length of this. Now Max, he had the 4 inch when he made this model for me, which is fine, but for people that are a little bit more particular, for me, the OCD kicked in, but I have the means to correct it, which I'll be doing. I am going to go ahead and trim down the end of this and flush it out and curve the edges a little bit just to take that extra ½ inch off. It's not a big deal, really it isn't. I've been wearing it for the better part of a month now, and it hasn't caused me any issues. It's just, again, I get that little OCD in me, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit and shorten it just a little bit. Now, one of the things I did tell Max about when I reached back out to him is what I want to share with you guys is I think Max went ahead and used washers that were a little bit too thick. As you're going to see is there's a lot of gap between my belt and the clip that we have here, okay? And I want to make sure that you know, granted, it is nice, okay, this is good if you've got a thicker belt. I actually had a belt that I used to wear before I changed over to all my Blaytech EDC belts. I used to have a belt that was pretty thick leather, and this would have worked perfectly for it. But other than that, this is a pretty big spacer right here, and I think it's a little bit too much. So again, I have the means and the ability. I'm going to go ahead and shrink. I'm going to put a couple of shorter screws in here, and I'm going to put a couple extra shorter washers inside, this rubber washers. But otherwise, you're going to notice how well Max got this the press. You can see all the contours in the Smith & Wesson that he used to mold this. You can see all the contours and everything from the pistol. I mean, really good, really nice. I believe this is a .080 thickness for Kydex. It's the same thickness I use for my Kydex sheaths. Works great for me. Some guys prefer to do the, I think it's a .120 thickness, or even a .090. I think there's something out there, or .096. There's like 4 different thicknesses of Kydex. Max went with the .080. I'm happy with that, it works great. And I gotta say, it's really comfortable. Like I said, I've been wearing it for just over a month now. I've been really pleased with it. As a matter of fact, I really like this over my leather one, but I'm a little connected to the leather. First, I made it. It's one of mine. But the other thing is too is I do like that leather, I like that feel. Now the leather, I always usually wear a t-shirt underneath my collared shirts or something like that. And with the leather, it grabs a hold of the t-shirt a little bit more. It will have a tendency of tugging on you, but I have noticed that with the leather, the holster doesn't shift as much as with a Kydex holster. It's not a dig on Max, it's just the way Kydex would be, because it's very slippery and smooth. With that said, I also find it very comfortable to wear with just a t-shirt when I'm just wearing this, and against the skin, it's not even that bad. Now, some people might be a little bit more particular about the Smith & Wesson. I've heard guys complain about the grip and the texture. It doesn't bother me that much, but then again, 99% of the time, I'm wearing a t-shirt, so it's not a big deal. But Max, I do appreciate it very much. You guys, I'm gonna put Max's information down below. Reach out to him. Again, former Marine, small businessman. He's doing something, he's chasing a passion, and that's really cool. Also, full disclosure, I did not pay for this. Max sent this out to me. I offered to pay for it, but he said no. He wanted to send it to me to do a little review on it, check it all out, also to support me as CK Knife and Tool and for a fellow Marine. So Max, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. So guys, his information will be down below. Check him out, reach out to him. Instagram is the best thing to do. And I think that's pretty much all the information I have for him. And maybe an email, I'll put it in there. But I do thank you again, Max. I love it, it's great. I'm still wearing it. I will be wearing it for quite some time. Everybody else, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Keep me from the bottom of the YouTube bucket. Keep another eye out for more knives being released. Some cool product coming up here in the near future, as well as a ton of information regarding CK Knife and Tool itself, and a little bit about how maybe you guys can win something. You take it easy, have a good one, we'll catch you later. Bye.